hello, and welcome to episode 13, Supporting Small Businesses of the Sister-Cousin Candid Conversations podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about small businesses, the importance of supporting them, how we can support them, and all things positive. So I want to say is, I think starting out, it's super important to support small businesses. And I say that because, hey, I got a small business. I am a licensed hairstylist. And so during this 22, let's just say during 2020 has been pretty difficult in keeping my small business going. It was actually shut down for several months due to COVID-19. And so I think that in order for us to start boosting the economy again, we have to support those small businesses, because not only is it the business themselves, but the people that they employ. And so I find it, very disheartening when you hear about some businesses that have had to close down due to COVID-19. And so what is it that we can do as the general public to support those businesses? Joanna, you want to comment?
I agree with you when you say supporting small businesses is key. As an entrepreneur myself, I have ran several businesses. My husband owns a trucking company. I own an event planning business, and I currently own a consulting company right now. So I think it is key. You have to look at the fact that, you're providing jobs for individuals that's local in your community. So you're creating jobs. But not only that, one of the biggest reasons why I support small business is just for product diversity. If I'm looking for something that's unique, that's different, that I want, that's special, I'm not going to go to my big Walmart shop. I'm going to go to my local community and find out what they have. So I think it's key to keep any community going is to support, locally made items and products. I don't know, Tallahassee is a little bit different. This is probably the first city that I ever lived where they actually cater to entrepreneurs here. They have several programs that are here that can help people start businesses, get grants for businesses. So it's like a network of communities. We also have Tallahassee has an art and creative district here, and it's on Railroad Station. And pretty much you can find anything from food to clothing to products to whatever you need in that one location. So that is something that I utilize a lot. And I have a lot of friends who actually have offices there that sell items, in that district. So I'm like you, I think it's super important to keep any community going, to support local things. So I don't know, especially during COVID. COVID is like threw a monkey wrench in pretty much everything. A lot of the people that I know who have businesses, they're really struggling now because you have to have people, everything is shut down, but that doesn't mean you still have to pay rent for your facility. You still have to have, move your products in your facility. So they're encountering a lot of, a lot of unexpected things that, nobody ever thought that this would happen. They've had to pivot what they would normally use as their business model and try to figure out what can I do now that nobody can come out and nobody can come to my store. And people are still scared. So even though we're starting to reopen a lot of things around the community, people are still kind of hesitant to go out there and, buy and purchase things, at small businesses now. So it is a good question. And I'm not even sure I have the answer or even know where to begin. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Donnie?
Well, I definitely think it's important to support small businesses, as my sister cousins are small business owners. But for me, I really truly believe supporting a small business at this point in the juncture is more important than supporting big businesses, because a lot of these big businesses who have been getting our money for years and years and years are filing bankruptcy and going out of business due to COVID-19. In my opinion, there's no way they should have been in the red at this point, because they've been taking our money all these years. But if we're putting our monies into small businesses in our own communities, we can get the same quality product and we're also keeping other people employed. So I think that's like a big deal when it comes to supporting small businesses, because it's not just the entrepreneur, but it's those people who they are able to employ. And a lot of times, in a lot of instances, those are individuals who need the flexibility of working for a small business so that they can do other things such as raise children, take care of elderly parents, that working for a big company doesn't necessarily afford them to do. So for me, I think some of the best ways to support a small business. I am not an entrepreneur. I'm not a business owner. I work for the man. So, but I just think supporting small businesses, one of the best ways is word of mouth. Like, share what you know about those small businesses, who you know that is out there trying to make it. And, you know, it's hard out here for an entrepreneur. If you date one, you know, you better be prepared to be an assistant, a secretary, a cheerleader, you know, a crying shoulder, whatever you got to be, because it's hard for entrepreneurs. But that word of mouth communication to friends, family, coworkers, strangers on the street, just pump that up. Like, I have a friend who is a business owner, and I wear his product almost every time I step out. And people are always like, oh, I like that. I like that. I was like, oh, okay, well, go to this website. Da, 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 da. That's me supporting this small business. Another way, you know, if you are one of those people who are always on social media and you can post the latest meme, then you can support your friends or family business by putting it out there. Hey, check it out. For instance, my sister cousin, Joanna, has a book coming out soon. What's the title, cousin?
Navigating life, work, and motherhood during a pandemic.
Okay, so for me, of course, I'm going to purchase the book, but also, you know, when she posts something on social media about it, I'm going to post it on my page as well, because I want my people to know, just like her people know. Another thing, hey, do not ask, because, you know, we always want that homegirl hookup, that homeboy hookup. Guess what, people? They are running a business. Just like you're going to pay full price when you go to Macy's, why are you not going to say full price when you shop with, you know, so-and-so LLC? Don't ask for the hookup. Y'all need to stop. Pay full price. Pay for the service. I was reading somebody's thing on social media just the other day where she was saying her husband and her best friend bought a ticket to her event. What makes you think I'm going to give you a discount to my event? And they don't even have to pay. But they bought it in support and solidarity. So stop asking for hookups. Pay full price for what's out there. Another thing is, you know, when it comes to supporting small businesses, a lot of times we will go out of our way to support a total stranger. But we don't support our best friend, or we don't support our family. You have to do that, because a lot of our, you know, and this is another thing, like, people, stop hating on people who coming up through Instagram or social media or whatever the case may be. If you came on social media and it encouraged you to start your own business, lose 100 pounds, whatever, if you became an Instagram model and you making money off of it, I'm happy for you. Do you. I'm going to support you in whatever way I can. I'm just saying. Another way that I think you can support small businesses, especially right now during a global pandemic, is actually go out there. If they're open, show up. I know that is like the hardest thing for a lot of people right now is getting out there, but we get out there to go to the grocery store. We get out there to, you know, spend some time with friends. I don't know what they was doing next door in my neighborhood the other day, but it was a whole line of cars. Somebody was having a party in a global pandemic. So if you can do that, then you can go support your local business. I'm just saying, I'm gonna need y'all to stop having parties during the global pandemic. Anyway, so you have that. I just believe being present, showing up. If somebody's having an event, if it's just a quick event, you know, of course you want to take necessary safety precautions because we're still in a pandemic, but go out there, be supportive. And if you can't be supportive by being present, if they have, you know, an online dynamic of their business and you can support them that way, definitely do that. One of the things that I love so much about a lot of these small businesses that I keep continuously seeing pop up is they are from people who, most entrepreneurs, small business owners, still have a regular 9 to 5. They're still working a full-time job. So that means they're putting in a second shift after they leave that job, they're putting a second shift into their business. So, by being there and donate, asking if you can help in any way, or just being present and paying full price. Support by paying full price, because, for instance, I know that Joanna has her consulting business. You're not paying for, an hourly wage. You're paying for the knowledge that she has gained over the last 15 to 20 years of doing what she does. And now she's giving it to you at a regular price that, is a pretty good price, so that you don't have to go through all the pitfalls that she had to go through in getting where she is now. That's what you're paying for. So, for instance, LaWanda, with her business as, having as a hairstylist, at one point she sold hair, right? You sold hair. And I know in that market, you were buying direct from the distributor, and you were, dyeing hair, coloring hair, coloring hair, things like that. So that is a lot of work. Is it dyeing? I don't know the correct language. Last time we talked about hair, you wanted us to use the right lingo. So is it dyeing? Do you dye hair or do you color hair?
You can color hair.
Okay, you can color hair.
Hair, so, color, dyeing hair, whatever. It's all good.
So I'm just saying, you're paying for the knowledge and experience that those particular business owners have. You're not necessarily, because that's what you're putting in there. So, for me, I'm a huge supporter of small businesses. There was one point when I was really active on social media, which y'all know I got 5 kids, right? So I'm not that active on social media as I used to be, but I used to do this thing where if I had a friend who was a business owner and they were doing something, I would put that on there, Working Woman Wednesday or something, sharing their information, sharing their business, sharing their website. Sometimes I can't afford to pay to support you, but I can support you by word of mouth, or I can tell someone, hey, like I have a friend who moved to Texas and she lives in the area that I used to live in. And she was talking about, she wanted to go to a spa. And I'm like, hey, my homegirl Nikki does, she's an esthetician. She has a little shop. Woo, woo, woo. Why don't you check her out? She makes her own product, things like that. So
there are many ways that you can support, but one thing you said that was is about discounts. As a hairstylist, I'm just thinking about on this one particular customer that I have. Everything is a question. Why does this cost that much? Why? It's like, ma'am, do you want this service or not? These are the prices. This is what you have to pay. Do you want to get it done or not? And at one point, there was an extra service. She used to get the steam treatment service. So she just wanted to come in with her own hair shampoo and get up under my steamer. I'm like, first of all, cosmetology starts with sanitation. I'm not about to be touching your hair without shampooing it. And so the steam is an add-on service. This is not an individual service. It's an add-on service. So she just want to come pay her little $20 and be on out the door versus getting the entire service done. And so people will nickel and dime you, but I will say it is very important to have the support of your family and friends. However, I believe, and I had this discussion with my best friend all the time. She does eyelashes in Maryville, Indiana. There's only so many ways that your family and friends can, on a continual basis, support you. They can they can share, they can give word of mouth. However, just like I live in a different state, so I can't support her financially. I can't go and get my eyelashes done because I don't live in her state. So my way of supporting her is, hey, I still have a lot of, friends or whoever back in Indiana. If somebody mentioned to me about eyelashes, I'm like, hey, go to her. Or, if she posts something, I'll share it to my page. But what I've learned is your family and friends are not the ones to support you. They're not going to be the ones to help you get over your next level. It's going to be strangers that you don't even know. It's unfortunate, that sometimes you don't have your family and friends. We have a podcast. We don't ask anybody for anything. We just want you to listen. And there's a whole lot of people who won't even press play and listen. You won't even download a free app to listen to our podcast. And so you just have to understand that going in, it's not going to be your friends and family that's going to be the ones to support you the most. It's going to be people and strangers that you don't know. But don't let that stop you. Your family and friends, they do love you or whatever. Everybody just has their own way of doing whatever. Hey, if you ever liked, shared, or even made a comment, you've supported us in some kind of way. But you want to kind of expand your audience to people that you don't know, because if my business only stayed with family and friends, like I live in a totally different state, my family and friends can't necessarily support me and get hair done or whatever.
It's a whole day flight, y'all. It's like a whole hour to get to her.
When I visit Florida, I'm in the top left, the furthest top left, and Joanna and everybody in Florida is the bottom right. It takes me an entire day to travel. So yeah, I don't go to Florida too often, but
so like us as entrepreneurs, I know a lot of times that, and I don't know if you guys have done this, you have to get support from your own community of the same group that your business is in. So for instance, I know there are a lot of branding classes. There are a lot of things out there that entrepreneurs can do, and those people that you meet in those circles usually become your support system and your biggest supporters, and getting your information out there. And LaWanda is right. A lot of times the people that you support are total strangers. And I will tell you, like for me, I have some really good friends that I truly met on the internet. Like our friendship started on the interwebs, and we are friends to this day. I mean, one of them is my son's godmother. But I say that to say I support a lot of businesses for people that I don't know personally, but I've followed them on social media for so many years, and I've seen their growth or them putting in. I have a friend, my friend Misha, she's starting another small business, and where she's doing some things that I have no idea what she's doing, but I'm going to support, whether that means donate. And here's the thing, this is something that I do. I don't know if other people do this. Sometimes you can support by, so-and-so may be selling some t-shirts. I'm not going to wear that t-shirt, but let me go ahead. How much a t-shirt cost? Okay, I'm about 2 t-shirts. They 25. I'm about 2 t-shirts. Donate them. Use them as a prize giveaway or something. Sometimes you can do that. Because sometimes, y'all, I don't want what you're selling, but I want to support you.
That's just
the case.
Yeah, everybody ain't selling what you want. I get it.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I want to see you be successful. That means me donate my little $25, little $30 here, or putting a banner on my page or something saying, hey, go click on my cousin's link or go click on my homegirl's link. I'm gonna do that for you because I want to support you the best way I can, without necessarily having to order one of them dinners that may not be too tasty. But I'm a support.
But how many donations you gonna give? For example, if somebody has a t-shirt business, right? Okay, I don't really want the shirt. I mean, it's all right. So you just, okay, I'm gonna buy this 2 t-shirts or this sweatshirt one time.
I ain't finna buy no 2 t-shirts every 2 weeks now. I'm gonna buy them 2 t-shirts one time, and then I'm gonna do word of mouth. I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna post some things every other month. I got you on that.
Well, I think you should always be honest. Like, I'm not gonna tell somebody I like something if I don't. It's just not gonna happen. But I will support their business. I think that, especially in the African American community, I think we have to. I can't ask people to support me if I'm not willing to support them.
Right.
So, I mean, just saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to like their service, but I will say one thing: I'm not going to promote something that's not professional. So if you cannot be professional, if it's something that I don't feel like is, I'm not going to refer my friends to you if I feel like you're not going to give a good product. I'm not going to do that. So that is not going to happen. However, I have several friends who they do different things. It may not be something that I'm into or I'm interested in or that I want to wear or that, I would particularly buy. But yes, I can support them in other ways. I can support them by, highlighting their business. I can support them by bringing them onto my show and talking to them, let them talk, use my platform as a way to get their business out there. I have no problem doing that. And I understand that, there's different strokes for different folks. They may not like it. However, let's say you have to have a professional product for me to promote you. I'm not going to just say, oh, just because you're a business person, I'm going to put that out there. I have to know a little bit about you. I have to know about what you do, and I have to support that in order for me to release that to my friends.
So if I start a business called Pig Feet and Toenails, you're not supporting?
I'm sorry, sweetie. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Y'all know I ain't doing nothing that involves nobody's feet, but I'm just saying, but I get what you're saying, cousin.
Now, if that's your thing, I will sit it on there. Hey, my cousin is doing, Pig Feet and Toenails. If you're interested in that kind of thing, shoot over to the website.
Okay, I got you.
That's crazy. I don't know. I just think that even for me though, as a small business owner, in order for me to gain the business of individuals, I have to make sure that my business is up to par. So as a hairstylist, I need to make sure that I have shampoo. I need to make sure I have conditioner. I need to make sure, my curling irons are working. You can't produce a professional product or give a professional service if you don't have all of, your ducks in a row of things you need to have. So I think as small business owners, in order for us to produce and give the things that we need to give or to provide to our customers, we have to make sure that we have our business in order, because it's nothing worse than, somebody has referred an individual to my business and I can't provide, what they're asking for because I don't have myself together. So that's a lot of pressure in itself, especially in this kind of climate. It's like, do you want to order, do I want to buy this new curling iron, which, I still have some customers who haven't come back to the salon. So me spending this $200 and some for this curling iron that's going to, make my job easier. Well, it may be a waste of investment if I don't have the people coming in to, pay for it in a certain amount of time. So it's difficult, being an entrepreneur or being a small business owner, because there's so many avenues and things that you have to make sure that you have in place in order to produce that service or product that your customers are coming to you for. So I think that, I hope that, and I pray that the COVID-19 is kind of getting behind us. I don't know if that's going to be true anytime soon or not, but we just had to come up with creative ways in order to stay in business, and we definitely need the support of people in order to keep our businesses going or whatever. Now, Danya, I haven't been to the nail salon or haven't got my hair done because I'm just, I'm trying to do this. I just did my own nails today with this little product that I ordered off of Amazon. So I'm trying to stay in the house as much as necessary. So
listen, the first service that
we know.
Okay. Y'all know.
We remember.
As soon as
Bushwick Bill,
I was out there like, what's up? Because it was looking like 1973. So I have a mask on. She had her mask on. Everything smooth.
But she didn't have her mask, or she did. You took her mask off.
No, shut up.
You took her mask off.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, so yeah, I have been to get my nails and my toes done because y'all know I got two bellies. I can't really give myself no pedicure right now because it's just very uncomfortable. I'm gonna go ahead and pay what his name is to play with my toes. So, and I give him a good tip, because this, they pretty, but I don't know how people be playing with people's feet. So. But I have paid for that service. Other than that, I basically stay in the house. I go to work. But here's the thing. I want to say this, and then I ain't going to say nothing else because, again, I'm not a business owner. But one of the biggest things that I think needs to happen in supporting small businesses is other small businesses need to support other small businesses. You have to support each other to be successful. And I think that's the big thing. Like Juana said, she tries to support, as an entrepreneur, she tries to support other small businesses. So I think other small businesses supporting each other is very key in this time, this uncertain time with, global pandemic, economy being the way it is. You have to support each other to be able to maintain. And so I think if we do that, I'm sorry, if y'all do that, because I work for the man. If y'all do that, I do believe you will continuously be successful in all that you do. So for all those small business owners, entrepreneurs, my hat's off to you. I need my regular Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday weekends off, holidays off.
See, I still work for the man too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always work for the man. See, I think I
should pay for taking care of my kids. Ooh.
Ooh, no, you didn't. You had fun having them children. We ain't had nothing to do with none of that.
Listen, I thought about joining a sorority, a grad chapter, and I asked them, if I could use taking care of my kids as volunteer service, and they said no. So I was like, I can't do it.
No, ma'am, you cannot. You made me forget. Yeah, it don't take but 2 seconds for me to forget what I was gonna say. Anybody know what I was gonna say?
Nah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Small businesses. So again, continue to support small businesses in any and every way that you can, especially my cousins.
Listen, anybody want them wigs made? I could do that from home.
And ain't no homegirl discount. And she ain't got no sister-cousin discount.
I do. Y'all listen, you just gotta buy your own hair. It's free for you. Free $99. You can send me the hair.
Wig.
Excuse me?
Don't y'all think I look good with a wig? I mean, I look good regardless, but I'm just saying, I'm putting some hair on my head. Okay, everybody.
Does anybody have any more supportive responses for small businesses? Okay. On that note,
anybody looking for?
Looking for what?
A model. Girl, look at me. Look at all of this. Okay, I'm sorry.
On that note, peace and hair grease.